So let's say you're driving along, you crack open, you know, your favorite water, and you suddenly hit the brakes. Oh, or autopilot. Oh no. Oh, you're trying to hit the brake. Oh man. What is going on, everybody? Today we are looking at the Tesmanian Model Y floor mats. But before we get to the part with the actual Model Y, I thought it could be fun to compare the Model 3 floor mats really quickly to the Model Y, just to kind of see the size difference of the floor mats, which of course kind of shows you the size difference in the floor of the cars. So closer to the camera is the Model 3 Model 3 floor mats, and farther away is the Tesmanian. They're still in the plastic. I didn't want to put, you know, these new floor mats on the ground and get them dirty. So this is the back seat, of course. They seem to have a really similar size when you lay the Model 3 mats on top of the Y mats. The parts on the front extend a little more from Tesmanian. I think that's just a little additional protection from Tesmanian. But beyond that, pretty similar, just a little bit bigger overall for the Model Y, of course. And here's the comparison of the Model 3 floor mat on the right versus Model Y on the left. Model Y is quite a bit bigger in this case. The Model 3 floor mat does completely cover the driver's side. This is the driver's side of both. It looks like the walls on the Y floor mat cover a little bit more, but as far as the space on the bottom, let me put the 3 on top of the Y. And you can see again, the Tesmanian gives just a little bit more protection. It goes out a little bit more in each direction. Now, of course, we got to test these floor mats, make sure they can hold some liquid. That's what they're for, protecting your car. So let's say you're driving along, you crack open, you know, your favorite water, and you suddenly hit the brakes. Oh, or autopilot. Oh no. Oh, you're trying to hit the brake. Oh man. Oh. And you pick up your water, you know, you just barely get it. There's, you know, you saved it. There's a little bit of water. Yeah, that is like nothing even in there. So you can see even a full bottle of water, there is plenty of room. It's not even sitting flat like it actually would be in your car. There is plenty of room to capture all that water. I could drop a whole nother bottle in there. It would hold all of it. So really good at protecting your car. That's great. Now we're taking a look at the passenger side. Of course, it'll fit in the Model Y fine. We'll test that in a second. But on all of the floor mats on the bottom, you can see you get little Velcro here, and you get it in multiple spots. Here is the right side. You can see it's there. It's on the bottom. There we go. Wow, look at that. Focusing is amazing. And then it's on the left side as well. You know, of course, when it's oriented correctly. So that'll keep the mats from slipping in the car. They will stay right where you put them. So we are here with another Dirty Tesla, local Tesla owner. This is actually from one of my last videos. If you saw, I was in the Meyer parking lot and I saw a Model Y and kind of freaked out. This is that Model Y. So I have some Tesmanian Model Y floor mats, and the owner let me check out their Model Y and install the floor mat so I could do a review for you. So we're about to install those. We have some for the front seats, the back seat, the trunk area, and then some for even the under extra storage areas. And there's also a storage organization pouch, which we're gonna look at. That thing is also really cool. So let's get installing. We can look at some before and after, see how they fit, see how durable they are. We already kind of tested some with the water. I don't know if I showed that to you yet. Okay, so in with the driver's side. Should probably move the seat back. Okay, so driver's side, probably the most important one, although I'm more excited for the back trunk area. Fits just so perfectly, no effort. You just set it in and it's hugging everything. We have the Velcro on each side to kind of hold it down. Yep, you can hear that is coming up. It's hard to pull up when it's attached there. We have this is just perfectly fitted back here, which is of course even kind of under your seat, so everything there is protected. It goes back up under the pedals, and then huge here for the dead pedal. Some floor mats of course do include that, but a lot of them don't cover the dead pedal. I don't know why. So why? Every time I say why, that's all I can think of. But this is awesome. So you definitely want to make sure your floor mats cover the dead pedal, and not only are they practical and work well, they look really good too. All right, so passenger seat, let's get this one pulled out. Just kind of a piece of fabric, nothing special here for the Tesla included floor mats. Once again, a perfect fit, should not be surprised by that. Looks really good. High sidewalls for protection of the area around it. I'm disappointed. I was hoping this Model Y would be a little dirtier, but that's okay. He has not had it very long. I believe that he can make it much dirtier. The lip goes over the plastic here, so you're not even close to touching any carpet on that side. And then if you push down on it, just to be sure that it's firmly attached in there, Well, here the Velcro is sticking it down. And that piece of Velcro up there is huge. I remember in the early Model 3 floor mats, the ones that weren't hard plastic like this, when you'd accelerate, because the acceleration's so hard, it would just flop down. All right, and then going for the back seats, you'll see the Tesmanian back seat cover is all one piece, which is really nice. And then something to always look for is in the middle, it has an extension, so it goes deep into the middle under the USB ports to make sure it catches everything. I've seen a lot of floor mats for Model 3 and Model Y that cut off that middle piece, and then it's just a spot where everything can kind of fall through and get under the floor mats. Here is actually a great example of that straight from Tesla. This is the passenger side rear seat. This is the middle. Like, what is that going to do? Nothing, especially because it's not raised. So you see on the Tesmanian, it's extended and raised. One more thing I forgot to mention before I put these in. The Tesmanian mats are unbranded, which is huge for a lot of people. There's no branding, except if you look at the bottom, and sorry, I have it upside down, but a very small, I hope you can see that, Tesmanian name right here along the bottom. Just to remind you, just in case. But on the front, it's plain black, just the pattern. That's all you're going to see. All right, these are really good. Whoever designed these tested them on an actual Model Y. The fit is just so perfect. I actually had to struggle a tiny bit to get them in because they're so form-fitting, but that's good because once they're in, I mean, they're in, they're not moving. You can see everything is fully covered, really snug, especially this middle piece, which is solid there under, and the Tesmanian mat is right up against it. I still cannot get over how weirdly small these Model Y mirrors are compared to the Model 3. They are like super short and strange. All right, last piece before we head off to the trunk, we have a mat for the frunk. So this is the Model Y frunk, a bit bigger than the 3. And this simply just sets right in there and you're good to go. In case anything spills, again, that'll catch it to a certain extent anyway. Keep from scratching the bottom, things like that. So just really nice. All right, on to the trunk, the best part of the Model Y, the biggest improvement from the Model 3. Before the grand finale of the huge trunk mat, we do have a very small mat that goes in the understorage right below the trunk here. So down in here, pretty deep, there is our extra storage protection on the bottom there. And I gotta say, I love in the Y how they put these little divots here to hold this shelf up, because in the 3, if you put it up, the trunk holds it up, but honestly I think it was a mistake and we just got lucky with that. This is really nice the way that works. And here we are with the final big trunk piece. That'll cover everything. You can tell which way it goes because on this side there's a little divot right here for the handle so you can pull up that shelf and access the storage below. And here we go, the final install. Let me get my shadow out of the way. Fits in there perfectly. I will say there's no Velcro on this part, just if you were wondering about that. It is a very tight fit along the edges here. Sorry about the shadows and everything. But that's a good thing. It shouldn't be moving. It goes right up into the corners here. You can see that. You still have access to your lower storage area right here. You can just reach that and boom, no big deal. We can still put it up into that kind of shelf holder area like we had before. That will fall back, but we can easily, you know, I'm doing this one-handed, holding the camera in one hand, just pull this back down and we are good to go. All right, one last bonus item, and then I have a couple thoughts on these floor mats and some feedback. So this little organizer is also from Tesmanian, really high quality, nice piece of equipment. You got like leather, it's not real leather, I'm sure, but you got these clips here to hold it in place. And then when you're ready to use it, you can unclip these and it opens up kind of like accordion style, and you just have all this storage. And there's at least one piece in here that you can move these around and kind of organize this the way you want. And it fits, bam, right there. Or of course, it can go in some of the understorage as well. It does not fit in any of the understorage back here. I thought it did. It does fit in the frunk. I put it in my Model 3 frunk. And when you're not using it, you can just fold it up. It won't take up much space. So it's a really nice product as well. Okay, so overall these floor mats are awesome, especially where I live in this area. You need all-weather floor mats for sure because it gets muddy in most months of the year. We get a few nice months like right now in summer. The rest of the time it's either snow or mud or rain. So you need all-weather floor mats like this. The carpet ones just get destroyed. One thing I would say to Tesmanian, because I know that they watch these videos and they take user feedback, all of the pieces were wrapped in plastic, and I really don't think it's necessary. I think they were doing that, you know, to keep it from getting dirty or whatever. But they're floor mats. We're going to put our feet on them, and I think you could save the plastic, you know, and not have that extra waste. So that's my opinion. Maybe in the comments, say if you agree with me or not. I don't think it's necessary. They're floor mats, they're going on the floor. So you could save some plastic that way. If you like these floor mats, I have a link in the description. You can buy them there. If you use the code DirtyTesla, you can get 10% off of these floor mats. Tesmanian also has a lot of other accessories. I use their stuff for my Model 3. My discount code works for anything really on their website if you want anything else there. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I look forward to talking to you down in the comments, and you will see me, unfortunately not a Model Y though, in the next video.
So Autopilot and I are happily driving along